Hi, we're here today with Amar Singh, Senior Director at Kantar Consulting, and Dave Marcotte, Senior VP for Insights and Technology in Retail at Kantar, to discuss Kantar's upcoming home improvement and decor workshop. Gentlemen, thank you for being here today.
Very good to see you.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Amar, what are some of the key topics being covered in the upcoming workshop?
Actually, we'll be covering a wide array of topics. We normally, when we start the conference or the workshop, we go with a funnel approach. We talk about the macro trends affecting the home improvement channel, what's happening in the economy. Now, this is one channel that's so closely tied to the macroeconomic trends. So our principal economist, Doug Hermanson, really does justice each year by bringing those insights of what's happening in the macroeconomic landscape and the channels, how it's affecting the home improvement in general. And then once we cover that, we take a funnel approach, talk about the consumer trends. This year, we are going to be showcasing one of our sister divisions, Kantar Monitor, with their overview of America at home. How have consumers changed their home decor and home improvement projects during the lockdown, and how likely are they going to continue that in the future? Which categories, which merchandising groups are going to be more pronounced, and what are the dynamics of the change? How are they going to look like? And then what we do is we go deep into the retailers. Both Dave Marcotte and I will look into Lowe's, Home Depot, TSC, as well as Menards and Ace hardware stores, talk about the financials, talk about the key strategic initiatives, where they're going to be making investments, what capital expenditure is going to look like. Is it still going to be omni expansion, last mile fulfillment expansion, the digitalization of the store, and enhancement of the shopping experience? All those areas, how they're enabling it, what are the key strategic pillars for these retailers? We'll look into those. And then, and this year, we're also going to be focusing on supply chain, which is really important across all channels, but specifically for the home improvement channel.
Dave, do you have an example of a topic that you'll be diving into?
Looking at supply chain, which has been the key issue within home improvement as in other industries for 2021. And a good example of where this has fallen apart and become a serious issue inside of home improvement is, say, high-end decor. So a lot of high-end decor, such as tile, fittings, and whatnot, that are used for kitchen, bathroom remodels and such, come from Italy, Spain, Serbia, etc. They come from Europe. And until about 3 or 4 months ago, imports from Europe were a difficulty, but nowhere near what they are now. Where they are now is the Suez Canal occurred. And what it showed is how fragile the overall supply chain system is globally, such that these high-end products that would be normally flowing in at a relatively low cost in the US are now costing 5 to 6 times as much in terms of logistic costs just to get here. So keeping that in context into the macro, the cost of doing any type of home improvement, any type of major projects has gone considerably upward. And this is something that each home improvement company has to cope with when it's trying to sell those services in.
Why is this information so important now when so many vendors and categories are experiencing historical growth?
The historical growth is, first and foremost, tremendous. Everybody likes when the tide's coming in, if you wish, but it's incredibly dynamic, uneven, and it's exposing tensions in the system that are remarkable. It's one thing to say, I'm selling 120% more than I did in the past. It's another thing to say, I can produce 120% more. I can deliver 120% more. And the tension throughout the system from success has become a serious part of every industry, but particularly in home improvements, where you have such large numbers of items and so much of it is import-export related.
And absolutely, and we also see the expansion of private label, products within several categories. Really, we have expansion within home improvement tools, home and gardening tools with Craftsman for Lowe's, and as well as for Home Depot. We see the expansion of HDX across the categories. So that's one way to just make sure they can plan for the demand, and as well as to have more agility of moving some aisles. But we're also seeing now is that in this era of disruption, the home improvements retailers, they're relying on their strategic partners to make sure they're always in stock. In-stock availability is a key strategic. They're formulating new partnerships as well to make sure they can enable it. The other part is sustainability. That is important to touch. You have ego machines or home improvement tools that Lowe's have introduced within their ecosystem with exclusive partnerships, just to underline the importance of clean tools, power tools, which don't rely on electricity, or the heavy duty charging, or even gas and gasoline products. So they're moving towards more sustainable, clean portfolio of products.
Why is Kantar's perspective on the DIY home improvement shopper unique, and how will these insights help vendors?
Well, we have, especially DIY is such an important category for both Home Depot and Lowe's. At Kantar, what we do is we do rigorous research to uncover some of the upcoming trends, and also to understand the real consumer behavior. Where are shoppers, DIY shoppers, shopping? What are they shopping for? Where are they cross shopping? Are they actually going to Amazon and some of the online channels now to fulfill their home improvement demand, and how they're shopping for projects? All those insights are cutting edge. They're fresh, like right before we go into the workshop. We have the data available. We just fielded the data. So these are current consumer behaviors and trends that will inform our participants of. So attendees can also benefit from not only DIY perspective, but also we do a rigorous analysis of the emerging pro shopping behavior, which is also very important for many of our clients.
And I would add to that, in that one of the things we bring that I think is really valuable for our clients is not the DIY or the pro, is looking at the interactions between them. Invariably, products that are sold to pro have a DIY component to them. It is, in many cases, having a pro designation or branding will help it sell in the DIY market. And then there's DIY product that makes perfectly good sense in the contractor market as well. And it's not simply understanding the dynamics of the DIY shopper, but also the business-to-business needs of that pro shopper and their interactions with the larger community of other contractors, subcontractors, labor, and whatnot. That really is critical to understanding how this channel works so very differently than other ones that we deal with.
How can anyone interested sign up for the workshop or learn more about Kantar's services?
Yeah, anyone who's interested in attending this workshop can go to kriq.com, which is kantarretailiq.com, and then you can sign up for the event. You can benefit from the enterprise access as well, where each person in your organization through the access can attend the event, ask questions, and also get recordings and all the presentation materials post-event as well. So you can basically watch it on demand. And also you have the opportunity to ask questions in real during the presentations as well. So you can get more insights and get more of the pressing business questions that you have answered.
Wonderful. Dave and Amar, thank you so much for your time today. And I look forward to attending the Home Improvement and Decor Workshop in July.
Thank you very much, Ashley.
Take care, please.